Hey guys, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Tomorrow night is NXT Takeover Toronto, and many thought the card was set. But after this week's NXT, it looks as if we could add one more match to this card. Now, this isn't confirmed, but based off of the match we had with Peyton Royce and Liv Morgan, it looks as if we could be getting a 6-woman tag team match. If you didn't see NXT, it was Liv Morgan versus Peyton Royce. Billie Kay interfered. Peyton Royce got DQ'd. Out comes Aaliyah to try and make the save. When Aaliyah couldn't make the save, out came Ember Moon to make the save. So the match people think we could be getting at NXT TakeOver is Ember Moon, Aaliyah, and Liv Morgan taking on Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and a mystery partner of their choosing. Next up, Kota Ibushi recently did an interview with Japanese media, and he talked about WWE offering him contracts. Hence, contracts. When they asked him, well, how many did they actually offer you? He said he's turned down 3 different contracts from the WWE. He said one was a 5-year deal. When he turned that down, they came back with a 3-year deal. And when he turned that down, they came back once again with a 2-year deal. Ibushi said that he doesn't want to be signed on full-time with the WWE because he likes wrestling in Japan, where he is seen as a superstar, a megastar. Also, Ibushi said that he doesn't want to go to WWE and just be labeled a cruiserweight, because he feels being labeled as a cruiserweight compared to how big of a star he is in Japan may actually stifle him in developing and growing and becoming a bigger star in the world of professional wrestling. Now, I can see it. I can see where he's coming from when he says, oh, they call me a cruiserweight, so all I can do are those little guy high-flying matches. If I ever want to work with somebody like a Finn Balor, like a Seth Rollins, like a Kevin Owens, like an AJ Styles, I can't, because I'm stifled as a cruiserweight. And finally, the top story, Jericho recently did an interview with The Law and told them that when he first came back to the WWE with his current run, it was only supposed to be a 4-month run. He said that he got over so well with the fans and everything was going so good, he's now been around for 10 months when it was originally supposed to be 4. He said that his relationship right now with Vince McMahon is better than it's ever been. And because of that, him and Vince have a month-to-month agreement. So every month he says, hey, what's the plan? What are we doing? What are we going to work on? What's my story? What do you got for me? And then they say, okay, cool. And he stays another month. But with that being said, the original plan was for Jericho to be done. Now, this is once they extended him. Once they extended him, he was saying, I can't work past December. His band Fozzy was supposed to go into the studio and start recording in late December for their new album and eventually go back out on tour. So I don't know if maybe Jericho's going to hold off on the Fozzy stuff and maybe stick around till WrestleMania, because right now he's probably the best thing they got going on Monday Night Raw. Well, him and Kevin Owens. And speaking of Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho actually pitched a movie idea to WWE Studios for a cop buddy film that would star him and Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, everything I've heard, the idea did get shot down because they said we have too many other projects at the moment. Would you guys like to see a buddy cop movie with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, the best friends, Team Kevin and Chris? But that's going to do it for this edition of Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Remember to comment below, like, and share this video. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe here on YouTube.